Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. In behalf of MAFED alumni, faculty, staff and community, I'm very, very happy, very proud to have you all here celebrating our Decennial. Today is going to be really also a good opportunity to exchange visions with companies on very important issues for us. Let me just tell you a few things. The first is that MAFED, after 10 years, is probably the most relevant leading program at international level in these industries, fashion and design. A lot of people from the US, from China, they are reporting to me the fact that MAFED has an awareness, a knowledge, a great image over there. And so, yes, we made it. We made it, you made it, so we are really nowadays a reference for all the knowledge that we built over this year in the entire community of fashion and design companies. In our first roundtable, we will discuss what will be next. I think that we are all interested to have distinguished speakers talking about their daily expectation in terms of challenges for the future managerial roles. The second roundtable was wanted by me in order to say, what we have to do when we deal with competences. We build competences, we help people finding the right attitude, the right set of skills. So what are the competences most needed in terms of personality, attitudes, soft and hard skills? And I believe that with this network of HR from Alta Gamma and known companies, we are going to discuss this. Last but not least, we are going to have our last moment with our alumni. We have, as said, 10 years of stories, 10 years of personalities, 10 years of success, I would say, because our alumni are now placed in the best companies that are here with us today. And so, together with them, we are going to see how life after MAFED was and how life after MAFED will be. So, let's say a great story. I'm very proud to celebrate here with you. Of course, as I always say at the end of every graduation, you make MAFED, actually, with our support, but MAFED is made by our students and by our community of companies. So, thank you very much, and I hope to see you here for the next 10 years. So, Armando Branchini, that you all know, Fondazione Alta Gamma, that will give his welcome and greetings to all of you. And Carlo Rivetti, that you know because probably Stone Island is a brand that we met right from the beginning of MAFED.
And I congratulate Stefania and Erika about the program they have set up. I believe that, first of all, MAFED is a success story. And about 400 graduates that from all over the world that work half in Italian companies and half in international companies. 1/4 within Alta Gamma member companies are a proof of such a success.
It's time for our first roundtable, our guest speaker, our discussant, first of all, Fabio D'Angelo-Antonio, Group Chief Marketing Officer, Luxottica, Tomaso Galli, Brand Management Consultant, previous Communication Manager of a lot of companies that you met in our class many times, Nicola Giorgi, Brand Director, Hogan, Giuseppina Rizzi, Retail Manager, Louis Vuitton, Italy. And again, a close friend of MAFED, Alessandro Sartori, Creative Director, Zegna.
How do you see fashion luxury brands approaching these countries, these economies? Is more the challenge of adaptation to new styles, new taste, new physiognomy, or a fantastic innovation play field for our brands?
also to respect the culture and to represent the culture of the place where you go, while you have to import or export a new way of selling, new standard of selling, who are consistent with policy, with the culture of the brand. Customer wants to see new products, they want to see new layout, they want to find fresh air in the store when they come, and this is not granted. So when you invest on the other part of the world, and you have to rebalance also the investment in the mature market, and I believe that in this moment this is the really main challenge we are facing, big groups.
Okay, so the important thing is that you have to tailor things to the local audience, but you should not prostitute your brand to make money in local countries. You have to know who you are, who your brand is, and you have to be loyal to that everywhere. Because the store is the first, most important moment of communication of any brand together with the product.
Open question. Any tip for our audience? Any point of view? Any suggestion? Any experience about the challenges of this relationship getting closer and closer?
But meaning digital era, I mean that this world is confronted with the definition of luxury. And the first bias we need to take down is about thinking that internet has nothing to do with the fashion world. There are so different consumers there alone on their PCs that sometimes you might be tempted that the real luxury world is done somewhere else on the streets in big events. And still I see a lot of money that is put into big events, big things, but at the same time the digital world has great opportunity.
I think the most important point is to don't copy and to be yourself.
The big question is who makes it happen, right? Silvia Bassino, who is the HR director of Hugo Boss. Then Alina Perrin is the HR director of L'Oréal, Luxury Good Division Italy. Benedetta, that is a great friend of MAFED, talent manager director of Ermenegildo Zegna, and as lady first, actually Carlo Barberini, he is the HR director of Poltrona Frau Group.
Today, all of the people in this room are very competent and they can offer a lot of but what makes this difference for me is the how you do it.
In another successful situation, we have choose a person with not a maximum of expertise, but a lot of potentiality. Entrepreneur, fantastic, open-minded, and is sitting here. I don't know if Charvi wants. So
it's our MAFED, by the way.
Is one of the MAFED that we have hired 2 years ago, more or less. No, 1 year ago, correct? We have to match the renewal of the contract. So, and Charvi was a fantastic example where the potential of a woman in the Arabic island has created the opportunities to have the business development in this area. So,
my question is, how you help them to be relevant for this innovation? How you help them to be driver of change in practice?
One of the key points is really in connecting, in getting into the relationship, to really be able to stay into the relationship, meaning to build a communication, so to be open for listening. And this is one of the most, I would say, challenging things, because we think to do it daily. Actually, it's one of the most difficult exercises to really keep alive the attention always, to be open for listening, what the consumers are saying, what our colleagues internally are saying, what our line management is asking us as for HR. So the listening part is really the crucial part to be able to use these as a platform to build the awareness that we were mentioning before. So to become more and more self-aware of who I am, what I want to do, in this continued dialogue, as we mentioned before, with the brand.
And you really have to think about the company you want to work in. It really has to fit with your personality. I was saying previously that in L'Oreal there was not procedure. A very structured mind wouldn't like. A very flexible person would be passionate, would give everything to be there, to live every new launch, every new conquer of the market, every new innovation, every organization change. I mean, we're all speaking about the digital era. Here we are. We're really redesigning the organization from the inside, because we have to find new ways to approach our consumers, to talk to them, to market our products. We have to change the product and change the experience of buying. We have to be there where the consumers are. And especially we have to answer these new emergent countries. So change in L'Oreal is about organization. We're already starting to anticipate all those changes. We're changing professions. We're starting to create new professions and to specialize others and to create completely new profiles of people who are going to do those jobs. We're all speaking about digital manager. It's becoming a classical example. But actually all our marketeers should do digital. So we're starting to implement training programs in order to make it become a day-to-day work. And not only in marketing, even in HR, we're doing already digital.
To teach a class of students of more than 20 different nationalities for 10 years has allowed me to understand the importance of different points of view and also to learn how to create a culture of sharing, inclusion, and hopefully innovation. But above all, I have to thank all my students because I have learned how to build deeper relationships with people. And this, I believe, is the most important lesson learned. So, as a display of the richness of the MAFED diversity, we have here today on my right side, Peter, MAFED 2009, a Dutch guy who's now working for the top trendsetter Italian brand, Prada. Close to Peter, we have Monica, MAFED 2005, an American in Europe. She's head of public relations at Ralph Lauren Watches and Jewelry. On my left side, we have Melina, MAFED 2008. She's a French in New York, a very lucky French, I must say, because she works as licensing coordinator for the coolest American designer, Marc Jacobs. Then from Spain, we have Nani, MAFED 2007. She works as an entrepreneur for a company. Indeed, she's the one who has developed the UX business in the Spanish market. And then, last but not least, we have Konstantinos, MAFED 2006 from Greece, a real entrepreneur who started from a family business and then was able to develop a new project into the digital world. How difficult it is to live in a different cultural context, like a different country, such as is the case of Monica, Peter, and Melina, or a different brand culture, such as is the case of Nani.
Okay, I think living in a different country can be easy if you know who you are and you can find friends and find a niche for yourself in a certain place and continue with your daily life. I think what's more challenging is adjusting to different company approaches, different business approaches that change with the cultural context. So it's really learning how to remain and be yourself, but at the same time adapt and change and learn how to work with different teams in different countries that you're in.
No, I honestly think I've always been a foreigner. I've never fit in, and I don't think I will ever fit in. When people ask me where I'm from, I usually tell them the nationality on my passport because that's easier. When Mexico, I speak Spanish, so they don't consider me Mexican. No, When I'm in the Netherlands, I speak in Dutch and they respond to me in English because they don't think I'm Dutch. When I'm in the US, I'm very European. And when I'm in Colombia, I'm the tall white guy. I think the difficulties of being a foreigner and being a foreigner all the time is that it is a constant adaptation process that is so natural, I don't really realize it anymore.
The latest project is the Lood. From the name the Lood we did the Lood. We thought that it's a funny name. We didn't want to give a design tagline because this is a different brand, so we just wanted to have its own name. So the name is the Lood. We thought the two O's, Google, Yahoo, it's a success factor. Also, if you see, there is symmetric. And the motto of this magazine is a view to a changing world. A view to a changing world means people who visit the magazine, especially also in Greece and in other countries, that they face the crisis, to get inspired, to see the evolution of the design industry.
My question is, you are smart, talented, with high potential. What fashion and design companies should do in order to be more attractive for young people, and what are they still missing?
As MAFED, you start understanding that this is a business, and I always remember the first class with you, Erika, and I think you will remember. I hope it's like the first one, I'm not wrong, but we have to write the definition of what is fashion on a post-it, and then all the post-it on the board. And I remember it was like the beginning of the year, so we were like, yeah, fashion is lifestyle, fashion is like people dreams, fashion is blah, blah, blah. And Erika was, where are you? Well, yeah, you're in a business school, and fashion is business.
The importance to be in a company that listens and that it's open to new ideas. So again, innovation, it's one of the most valuable things for young people.
But I would like to share with you a success story that happened in the class of MAFED 2010. We were able, with a fundraising project, to help over 90 Cambodian kids. We're going to see some pictures as well. I'm going to start by sharing a page from my diary capturing the experience we had in Cambodia, and then I will explain how this project actually came together and recognize the people that have helped and supported this MAFED charity project. On the blackboard, a quotation by John Wesley, which I will never forget and has inspired me ever since. Do all the good things you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can. At all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can. This is another way to define success. Thank you very much.